More alerts do not automatically mean better detection. A SecurityX level SIEM decision asks what the alert stream does to analyst attention, response speed, and actual risk. A false positive is noise that looks like danger. A false negative is danger that looks like nothing. Tuning is the engineering work of managing both without pretending one side does not exist. Define the two failure modes clearly. A false positive is a benign event that triggers an alert. It costs time, trust, and analyst energy. A false negative is malicious activity that the SIEM does not alert on. It costs visibility and increases dwell time. Senior engineers compare those costs instead of only chasing a lower alert count. SIEM tuning starts with context. The same event can be routine on one server and urgent on another. A failed login burst from a scanner account is not the same as failed logins against a privileged identity. If you suppress alerts without asset, identity, baseline, and threat context, you may reduce noise by creating blind spots. Threshold changes the ownership. If a brute force rule moves from 5 failures to 50, who accepted that risk? If a noisy service account is excluded, when does the exception expire? SecurityX thinking treats tuning changes like control changes, documented, reviewed, and connected to accountable owners. Consider an enterprise scenario. After a finance application deployment, a service account starts generating failed login alerts every few minutes. Analysts see hundreds of similar alerts and begin ignoring the queue. Hidden inside the flood is one real attempt against a privileged administrator. The problem is not only too many alerts, the problem is that weak tuning made a real signal indistinguishable from expected noise. Use a decision loop. Measure alert outcomes. Ask which alerts produce action, which were duplicate noise, and which incidents lack detection. Enrich before suppressing. Add asset criticality, identity context, and correlation. Then test rule changes against known scenarios so you do not fix false positives by increasing false negatives. Useful metrics are practical. Precision asks of the alerts we fired, how many were worth attention? Recall asks of the activity we cared about, how much did we catch? You may not know perfect recall in real life, but you can test with purple team scenarios, incident retrospectives, and known attack simulations. Also track time to triage and repeat noise by rule. The common mistake is turning off noisy rules without a replacement detection path. That may make the dashboard look healthier while the environment becomes less visible. A better move is to narrow the rule, enrich it, correlate it, route it differently, or create a compensating detection. Do not confuse a quiet SIEM with a secure environment. Knowledge check. A failed login correlation rule creates thousands of alerts after a new service deployment. The same pattern could also indicate password spraying against privileged accounts. What is the best next step? A. Disable the rule completely. B. Raise the threshold for all accounts with no review. C. Enrich the rule with asset and identity context. Suppress the known service account with an expiry date, and test the privileged account scenario. D. Delete old logs. The best answers is key because it retiscao with a check. Final takeaway. SIEM tuning is not housekeeping. It is detection risk management. False positives burn analyst attention and slow response. False negatives increase exposure and dwell time. The senior answer is to tune with context, ownership, measurement, and validation, so the system becomes quieter and more trustworthy at the same time.